You are doing your inner work. You have a vision of what you want your next level self to be. And you even start taking some aligned action. But still, you feel like your life is on repeat. You keep attracting the same type of relationships, you keep attracting the same type of income, and you have the same type of emotional patterns. It feels like you have outgrown this old version of yourself, but you were not able to truly shift into this new version of yourself. Well, if this sounds familiar, I want you to know that you are not broken. There's nothing horribly wrong with you. The thing that is happening is that you are stuck in your old identity. And ladies, in this video, I'm going to share with you the signs. And very importantly, I'm going to share with you how you can break free and do this in a feminine way. Ladies, let's get started. Before we start with the signs, let's talk about why our identity is more important than our habits. So, most women, including myself, for a very long time, try to change their lives by changing their habits. But this is the thing, you can't consistently act in a way that is inconsistent with who you believe you are. Let me repeat that. You can't consistently act in a way that is inconsistent with who you believe you are. Because if you unconsciously still believe that you are not good enough, things never go your way, you are such a people pleaser, you're always struggling, you're going to self sabotage your success. Because yes, you might have these habits for a little bit, but if your habits do not align with the belief that you have about yourself, it's not going to work. In other words, if you say, yes, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to the gym, but you believe that you will never have your dream body, going to the gym is not for someone like you, it's too tiring, you don't want to do it, you might go to the gym 2 or 3 times, but that belief that you have is not in alignment with that action or that behavior of going to the gym. So, what happens at one point? You're going to become inconsistent. You're going to stop going to the gym. This is also the reasons why many of us are unable to stick with our New Year's resolutions. Yes, we have these habits that we want to implement, and most of us, we are implementing them, but our identity and the beliefs that we have about ourselves is not in alignment with the actions that we are doing. So, the first thing you need to do if you want to start changing your life is you want to start changing your identity. It all starts there. And that's why I believe that identity work is the missing piece. If you're trying to improve your life and it's not working, start doing your identity work first. You also want to look at your identity or your self image as a thermostat, like a thermostat you have in your home. If you do not reprogram the thermostat is going to bring you back to your normal. It's going to bring you back to the temperature that you have programmed the thermostat. Even if you desire so much more out of life, it will always bring you back to your normal. And that's why you need to do your identity work. You need to shift your identity to shift into a new life. Now, that out of the way, ladies, let me explain the 5 signs it's time for you to shift your identity. The first sign is inner conflict. And this happens when you dream of more, but your habits don't align yet. You are not her yet. You don't show up in a conversation like the confident and an assertive woman that you want to be. Whenever you are in a conversation, you shrink. Whenever someone confronts you, you shrink and you are unable to speak up. This means that your desires are evolving, so that is great, but your self image did not cut up yet. Sign number 2 is that you keep repeating the same patterns. You keep ending up in the same type of relationships. You have the same cycles when it comes to your money or your self worth. And it's not because you're not trying, because you are trying. You keep repeating it because you're still embodying that old internal story. Different actions can't create a new result if you're stuck with an old identity. Sign number 3, self sabotage. You start strong, a new habit, a new business idea, a new wellness goal, and then all of a sudden you lose motivation and you stop. And the interesting thing here is that you did not lose your motivation. It's your unconscious mind protecting your old identity because it feels safer to stay familiar, even if that feeling of familiarity is making you uncomfortable. Sign number 4, you have emotional triggers from the past. You have grown, you've done your inner work, but there are certain comments that still shake your confidence. What's happening here is that your nervous system is responding from an older version of you. the version of you that had to survive. And I would also say this is connected to our childhood trauma. Often, this is also your inner child coming up because there's still some inner child healing that needs to be done. Sign number 5 that it's time for you to shift into your new identity is that you're waiting for external validation. You want to become her, that confident, radiant, feminine, soft, yet powerful, and abundant version of yourself. But you're waiting for the right relationship. You're waiting for the money. You're waiting for your body to be perfect. You're waiting for that job opportunity. You wait for that perfect moment. The thing is that there is no perfect moment. You need to become her first so that all of these things that you want can come into your reality. If you recognize any of these signs, let me know in the comment section below which of these signs have you been seeing in your own life. I will make sure to put the signs on the screen so you can have a look, and then you can let me know below which is the one that you have been seeing in your own life. So let's talk about how do you actually make that shift and become that new version of yourself. Step number 1 is awareness and honesty. Ask yourself the question, what version of myself am I still loyal to? Take out your journal and write down what this version of yourself believes. What is she thinks? How is she holding herself back? How is this showing up in your life day to day? What were moments that you're trying to change and become this next level version of yourself, but then you did something to sabotage it? You did something to hold yourself small and to prevent yourself from growing. Be honest with yourself and take a moment and write everything out. You cannot change if you're not honest with yourself. Step number 2 is to decide who you want to become. What does this next level version of yourself look like? How does she moves? What does she tolerates? What does she thinks? What does she believes to be true about herself? What are her values? You can't upgrade your life until you upgrade the vision you have of you. Step number 3, my favorite, is to rewire the subconscious mind. You can use affirmations, journaling, mirror work, you can use NLP or emotional healing to reprogram your beliefs. And this is more than just positive thinking. This is about shifting what is normal to you. This is about shifting the way that you believe and the way that you see yourself. And this is exactly what I teach you in my new program, the Femme Identity Upgrade. I teach you step by step how you can change your subconscious mind. Step number 4 to shift into your new identity is to embody this identity daily. Identity shifting is not just a concept, it's not just an idea, it's about embodiment. Just how feminine energy is about embodiment, right? You shifting your identity is an embodiment. You become her by showing up like her every single day, especially when no one is watching. You want to ask yourself, how would the new version of me do this? What would the new version of me do in this situation? And this also means, ladies, that when you go to the supermarket and you already had your sweet treats of the day and you're seeing those cupcakes there, you're asking yourself, what would the new version of me do? Would she get these cupcakes while she already had a sweet treat? Or would she do something different? This was me yesterday, by the way. My higher self, my new version, did not get the cupcakes. She got some mango and she enjoyed that fruit so much, right? Instead of putting something in her body that is not fueling her, she put something in her body that made her feel better. And that was delicious. So ask yourself, what would the new version of me do? So, ladies, if you are ready to stop living as the version of yourself that is no longer reflecting who you're becoming, if you want to feel more soft, more confident, more magnetic, and more connected to your feminine energy and aligned to the woman that you want to become, well, then I invite you to join my program, the Femme Identity Upgrades, because this program is your transformation container. We will be doing deep work together. We'll be doing identity shifting, NLP, subconscious reprogramming, healing, especially healing their inner child. And I'm going to teach you to connect more to your feminine energy. We're not going to focus on doing more, so outwards. We are going inwards and we're going to focus on being more, truly becoming her, truly becoming the woman that attracts everything that she desires because she is in alignment with who she wants to be. So if you're interested, you want to do your inner work, you want to really shift into this new version of you and focus on your subconscious mind, I would highly recommend that you sign up. I have a limited amount of spots available for the first round. So I would say sign up. The link is in the description box below. And after you fill in the Google form, I will make sure to contact you. And for all the ladies who are on the wait list for the Feminine Mindset program, you will get a discount code. So make sure to check your email. And that's it, ladies. I am so excited for this new program. It took me a while to put it together because I wanted to make sure to give you something that I am proud of. I want to give you the best tools, so I needed to get educated on this as well. And I'm now finally a practitioner of NLP, and I have some amazing tools that I will be using in the coaching with you. So, yeah, cannot wait to see you inside. Ladies, thank you so much for watching. I would love to see you inside of my new course. And even if you don't sign up, I hope that this video really provided you with value and you understand how important it is for you to change your identity first and then change the habits. Yeah, I'm going to wish you a lovely, lovely day, and we will see each other in my next video. Bye, ladies.